Welcome to Destination Living. I'm here to give you a tour of this website, show you how it works, and also kind of introduce myself. I'm Michelle René. I'm with Tomlinson Sotheby's International Realty here in Coeur d'Alene. I am sitting at the moment in my office, which is right across the street from the resort. And we say that for short. So it's called the Coeur d'Alene Resort. And that's kind of the hub of the downtown Coeur d'Alene area. Coeur d'Alene's, a big, vast area, and it also includes referring to the lake. But the downtown part of Coeur d'Alene is like where the parades are and the festivals and the big fireworks shows. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to give you a little treat of how to use this website because I have created so many resources for you and I'm excited to share them with you. So what I'm showing you right now is not necessarily the website, although you can get this guide on the website. Um, and by the website, let me just show you, is the website address. So you just plug that in and you'll bump right over here to my website. You can scroll around. The reason I'm doing this, how to use this website, is because there really are so many tools here. So that's just the main page, and I just wanted to scroll up and down. There's not a lot, there you can get to other areas from this main page. The main page is meant to just kind of be, very simple. Are you moving to Coeur d'Alene? Here's some resources. Are you looking to buy? Here's some resources. Are you looking to sell? Here's some resources, right? But one of the things that I love about this site is, and I've spent so much time to perfect, is this search feature. And I know everyone has their own favorite websites where they can go search, but I do want to show you a few key things. So don't leave because until the end, because I'm going to show you some things that you probably won't be able to access in other areas or in other ways. But let me back up and focus or point out about this relocation guide. By the way, in order to get to the relocation guide, it's called the Everything Guide to Coeur d'Alene magazine. And then there's another online version. So it's almost all the same information, but in a different format, whether it's online. And by online, I don't mean the PDF digital version. So I'll just click on this to show you. So this is kind of a lot of the same information, but just sort of formatted and laid out differently. So these are tabs over here. You can get to, the different things within the website, and they're clickable and things as well. Not everything is clickable on the website. On the PDF, most everything is clickable. So like here, for instance, banks, click, and then it'll bring you down within this page to the bank area, right? So you can go back up and then maybe you want not banks, but you want to see what? Libraries. And then that takes you to the library section, right? So that's how that works. There's a whole directory of all kinds of different types of things within that section. It's again laid out, and I'll show you in a minute on the magazine style what that looks like. But I do want to point out this restaurant section is really cool. Coeur d'Alene area restaurants, and then there's things to do and about the area. I'm sort of going backwards here. But the restaurant section is really cool, and you can see there's so many restaurants here in town. And this is maybe not every single one, but almost all of these are all Coeur d'Alene only. So, I didn't do all of North Idaho. It would just be way too hard. And then statistics. So, if you're interested in the property information, this gives you median sale price and is it days on market too? Oh, percentage of change, in the price of the different areas, including, the surrounding areas. So Hayden, your Post Falls and that sort of thing. And then if you go everything guide to Coeur d'Alene, that just brings you back to the main page. There's an area here where you can sign up. Oh, there it is at the bottom. So if you want to get this guide in the PDF version that I'm about to show you, it's here. You can also just go back to the main page, and I think it's on the main page here somewhere. Yeah, Everything Guide to Coeur d'Alene. It's also in the menu here. If you go about the area, grab yours, click, there it is again. Okay, so there's all different ways to get to the same thing, which is plug in your email address and then you'll get the guide. Okay, so this is what you'll get. There's actually two versions. There's this single page version like you're seeing here, and then there's the spread version. So depending on which one, it's the same exact information. It's just this is, left and right. So it lays out a little bit more like the magazine. I decided to do it like this instead of on the viewer, the click. To me, this just is a little easier to maneuver. In this version, this would be especially helpful if you were to view it on your PC. Um, I guess if you're looking at it on your phone, this would definitely be the easier version to view. Okay. All right. So how to use the site. So once you get this guide, I just want to point out a few things about the guide. If you do decide to get it and download it, again, I think I mentioned it's free. So within the guide, you can, on this table of contents page, click, these things are clickable. So you see the hand is, it kind of changes. And then you click on that and then it'll bump you over within the document to the page. So, you want the map, there you go. Go back up to the table of contents. You want things to do, there you go. Okay, so that's how that works. And then back to the restaurants, this is much prettier, right? So you're going to see, it's a little more zhuzh in the PDF guide than with the online. But you can see these, if you hover, you can right click and open in a new tab, and it'll bump you over to that, um, you know, to that place. Let's see. Crown and Thistle. And then what else is popular here? Oh, we love Shiki. Shiki's right down the street from here. So good. So good. So yeah, you can just, I'm right clicking, but you can click on the thing and then let's see, Vine and Olive. If you click, see it didn't open in a new tab, and so you have to go back. And when you go back, it's a little bit annoying because it brings you to the first page, not to the page you were. So just anytime you're clicking on things, it's helpful if you right click and open in a new tab. Okay. This is the other thing I want to show you, this points of interest. And these red markers are on the next page, which is popular neighborhoods. So I want to show you how this functions, and it's the same on the website, and I'll show you that in a minute. But there's kind of two different ways to search for listings if you are interested in homes in the area, which obviously, by the way, you need to call me if you're interested because I can help you with that. Okay, so we're gonna find the neighborhood we want, and really you're probably going to do that on the map, but these are the names of the neighborhoods rather than putting names all over the map. So I just felt like that would be easier. Okay, so I always like to look at Sanders Beach because I know there's going to be listings there. Some of these, there might not be anything for sale at the moment. And so it's not going to, I will show you what happens when that happens though. So 17, I think there was I think this is Harbor. Yeah, Harborview Estates. There's currently not one listing, so it'll show you the map, but it won't show you any results, right? Um, so Sanders Beach is the one that I open, and it opens, here's your filters on the left. Here's kind of the details of each listing on the right. You can see up here, there's 12 results. And then obviously on the right is the map. So there's different ways you can get to things. If you hover and then you click into the listing, it'll pop it open and you get to see all the pictures and all the details. So that shows you the pictures, and then you scroll down. The overview shows you on the map where it is, and then further details about all the details that you would find on the MLS. This is my IDX feed for the MLS. So this is the most accurate possible because it's pulled directly from the MLS. Okay. So there's that. Plus, you can do your searching over here. Now I have it defaulting. Oh, this is the individual neighborhood. Let me back up. On the advanced search, you can do your filters. You can do filters over here too on these individual searches, but let me just keep it kind of clean just because I'm throwing a lot of information at you. Um, and we'll do one more. So open in a new tab. Oh, there was only one in the Fernan. So see, if I close this, this is the section that's being searched. There's only one listing currently in that area. Let's find another one where we know there's going to be more. What's two? Oh, the Garden District. Let's do, is it 4 Atlas? 4 is Riverstone and Bellerive. I know there's got to be listings in there at the moment. It's winter months, so there's not as many listings in the winter as there is in spring and summer for sure. But spring's right around the corner. Okay, so see here we've got Riverstone, you've got the listings, and you can view each one here, or you can hover around. You can also go in, go out to see, individual, like zoom out or whatever you want to do. And then again, all the individual details. Okay. Now, if you want to look at some data on this area, you can click that little pie chart and it'll give you some stats. Super helpful, right? You're welcome. And then these are different ways to view. So if you want to just view the map, or if you just want to view the list view, or if you, what is this one? Oh, yeah, like the data in a list view, right? Super helpful, super helpful. And then you can save the search. Now, if you save the search, it's going to prompt you to either log in or set up your account if you don't already have one, okay? I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to freak you out or any of that. So feel free to sign up on an account. And then this is my contact info. If you click contact me, and then this is your login. If when you do set everything up, you'll log in here. And then when you heart something, there's a way to like it. And then I will share, save. Yeah, I'll be able, I think save. I'll be able to see if you want to use it that way. Like let's say you saved, 5 or 6 listings or whatever, I can see the types of things that you're liking, and that helps me to know without, tons of conversation. I can just see that what it is that you're most interested in. Okay. So there's that. And again, that's bumping over either from this map on the PDF or on the website. Let's go back to the website, destinationliving.co. And when you hover and you do that, neighborhood search is pretty much exactly the same thing. Okay. So you're going to see the same thing. What I want to show you is the advanced search. So it looks very similar to, it is the same as the results page. This is just all of Kootenai County, okay? Um, you probably don't want to search all of Kootenai County, or if you do want something outside of Kootenai County, you're going to click here under county. I just have it defaulting. I didn't want to search the whole MLS in our area. I just wanted to hone it into Kootenai County. That's really where I serve anyway. So if you're looking, for something outside of an area that I feel, I'm not going to be the most help to you, then I would refer you over to someone else who I know could help you in the best way possible. I have a lot of colleagues, so that's totally doable. All right, so you would just say either instead of Kootenai or in addition to, you can like say you want something in Bonner, you just start to type the word and it pops up, right? Um, and if you saw BO and Boise show up, just FYI, you're not going to see any Boise listings in here or anything that's outside of the Coeur d'Alene MLS. This IDX search is just for Coeur d'Alene MLS, which is North Idaho, basically. So you have a different MLS up in like the Sandpoint Bonner area, but a lot of those agents list in their MLS and in ours because obviously there's a lot of crossover. So that's not uncommon. But just because this shows up, Boise doesn't mean you're going to get any listings in Boise. Okay. So it's only the Coeur d'Alene MLS. So these are your filters. You're going to fill out, maybe you only want Coeur d'Alene. So you just start typing and it'll, pop up so from 693, oh, once we say done, you'll see this change. So now it's only 233, right? But we didn't put any other parameters. Um, so we can do parameters by drawing on the map. I'll show you that in a sec. Or let's say, obviously, you might want to do list price. Maybe we want, a million up to 3 million. Okay. And what does that net us? 61 results in Kootenai County. No, in Coeur d'Alene, because I said Coeur d'Alene also, right? So now what if we took out Coeur d'Alene and now there's 168 results and you can see them all here on the map. Um, if you just want to see the map, you go bing and you still have your filters, right? If you want to get rid of your filters, not get rid of, but just collapse that area so it's all map, you do that. So that's how this works. And then you can, I have a scroll on my mouse, or you can scroll up and down. Nope, no, 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 I wanted to go in. Okay, so that's how that works. And then you go back in, there's 29 listings, and then you go in further and you're like, I want to see this one. And then you go click, click, and there it is. Okay. So there's some stats data in that PDF. So this will give you like, the overview for the year. And then if you also hover over resources, you can see real estate stats here. And this is more the full PDF download. Okay, so for 2025, for instance. And then there's other resources here, like the golf courses. This is a cool one. If you like to golf, super convenient for you. Let's say you want to go book your tea time and you're like, oh, where's the website? Whatever. So you just go here, right click, open in a new tab, and it links over. You're welcome. I just think this is the coolest thing ever. By the way, on this golf tab, which is destinationliving.co/golf, super easy to remember. The private clubs are in red and the public clubs are in green. Okay. So you can see these ones are going to be private and these are all public. Okay. So what else do we have? I told you about the articles, about the area. I told you about the magazine. Um, Vacation rental. Oh, my YouTube channel. I mean, you're watching a video right now, so there's a ton of information on my YouTube channel. I told you about my listing searches and the different ways to do that. This is about me if you're interested in all my background and everything. Um, Feel free to go read that. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, so grab the Relo guide. I can confidently say without a shadow of a doubt, that is that this guide is the best, the number one relocation guide in Coeur d'Alene, period. Mic drop. I really do believe that because I've provided, I didn't even go over all the other, things in here. I gave you some of the highlights, but there's so much, especially in the things to do. Um, I just like to always point out Centennial Trail because it's such a gem. And if you're not from the area and you don't know about it, you just would have no idea. Like it's one of the most beautiful parts of our country, I think, this Centennial Trail. In the part that goes to, let me go back there. In the part that goes from downtown, so downtown, oh, I guess if I have, yeah, downtown's right in here. The part that goes from here down into Higgins Point, amazing. It's like one of the best bike rides you'll probably ever have. So that is what I wanted to tell you about that. And I always like to wear something kind of related to what my videos are about. So this reminds me of the water and just living a good life and uh, destination living, right? So if you're interested in homes in the area, please get in touch with me. There's a ton of ways to reach out. It's all on the website. You can call or text or email, get the guide, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love that. It helps me a lot, and it's a free way for you to support what I'm doing here. So until next time, thank you so much. Take care.